Watching Alive Inside has made me feel empowered and excited that music is such a crucial part of life that can make anyone feel happy, no matter if they have Alzheimer's or dementia. Music can do wonders for people, and you don't even realize the power that it has. But after watching this documentary, I now know how powerful and magical it really is. In the beginning of this documentary, they showed all these memories that came flooding back when listening to a song. It is crazy that memories and music are associated with one another, and I know that if I were to listen to a specific song that I might not have heard in a while, it will take me back to the literal specific moment that I was in when I had first listened to it. Even if it's a single lyric, it will take me back to that moment, where I was, what the weather was, what I was wearing, who I was with. And it is crazy to me that that can even happen, and crazier that this happens for the elderly, that music can change how they feel in a split second. The documentary mentions how moving into a nursing home can allow for them to lose their independence and sometimes even their dignity. The people in the nursing home say that they just want to be home with their families, and it makes me sad that they can't go home and they want to try to escape like they're being trapped there. Right here is a clip of an elderly man who looks like he's behind a metal fence, and it makes me sad to see what it used to be like for them back then, and how the elderly had to live besides the insane and the homeless, and it looks like they weren't even treated as humans, but as people who don't matter anymore. They think of them as patients first and humans second, but as occupational therapists, that is never going to be the case, as we always have to think of them as a person first. We have to see the person as a whole, no matter what, and we must be able to adapt to their lifestyles and make a plan for them and how they live every day. This is why music is so important, because it brings the person that they are back to the surface, back to life. These are some clips of them sitting in their nursing homes. It looks like they're just staring into space, kind of, like no one is even inside of them, that they are just there, that something needs to wake them up, and that something is music. Music can allow for the person to shine through, the person who is the most important and who needs to be seen, not the patient. When they listen to music for the first time, their happiness doesn't only affect themselves, but I feel like it affects everyone else around them, even me and all the others that are watching this documentary. When they started to dance, their bodies just start to move a little bit, and watching them start to sing after always just sitting or laying in their beds, it makes me happy because it is bringing them so much joy. So this is Henry, who is a very important person in this documentary, and the fact that his video of him dancing and singing went viral, I'm sure made an impact on those who watched it, because it made a pretty big impact on me. This is what I thought was the most compelling part of the whole documentary. I'm sure everyone watching it was tearing up. I mean, it almost made me tear up. And I thought of how something so little like music that we ourselves have such easy access to and can listen to it pretty much wherever, whenever, can make the biggest difference in somebody's life. Yet they might not have the same access to it as we do. Those who watched this video of Henry were probably able to open their eyes and be able to see what music can do to people and how we take it for granted every day. Whenever I'm walking to class, I'll usually put my AirPods in and listen to some music, and I don't even think twice about it, but for people with Alzheimer's or dementia, it becomes life-changing for them. It makes them feel the most happiness, and it makes them feel good, and I'm sure they want to keep those feelings for as long as they can, because I know I have some songs that make me feel very happy on the inside, and they can make my day better if I'm having a rough one. And for me to have those feelings is great, but for people with Alzheimer's or dementia, I'm sure is unimaginable. It brings them back to life, it wakens them up, and they're able to feel like themselves again, which I think is so important. In these photos of Henry, this is him before listening to music, this is him after. You can really immediately see how his demeanor has changed. It's almost like something woke up inside of him, like the music brought him back to life. Henry started singing and remembering the lyrics to I'll Be Home for Christmas, which he said was his favorite song. So knowing that Christmas is probably his favorite holiday, and he probably had a lot of emotions attached to it, gives it great importance in his life, and it's something that OTs need to be aware of. Henry said that listening to this, or singing this and listening to it, gave him feelings of love, and he was able to acquire his identity through music. So this is Denise. When she first started listening to music, she literally pushed her walker away that she's been using for 2 years because it was like the music was just so powerful that it took over her. I think everyone needs this kind of stimulation from the outside, no matter what age they are. And the documentary mentioned how music is almost as human as languages, and that we need music daily in our lives in order for our soul and our heart to feel joy. This is Johnny. He really made me smile when he started dancing in his chair when the music played, and he even started to sing. It looked like he was coming back to life. His feelings awakened, and those feelings that he hasn't felt in years, they started to come back. And he mentioned how happy it was for him to sing for others that were around him. Then Mary Lou, when she started to listen to music, she just was so happy, and she started to dance and felt so good that she just started to cry tears of joy because it was so crazy for her, and said it was the best thing ever. And we really don't realize the power of music and how much we love it until it's gone. And for people with Alzheimer's or dementia who haven't listened to music in years can really feel how powerful the music is and how it enlivens the insides of them. As occupational therapists, we need to realize the importance of understanding our clients, who they are, where they came from, in order to give them the best treatment possible. When the people at the nursing homes were listening to music for the first time, all the memories had flooded back, and by connecting with them connecting with themselves, they can all be awakened by thinking of their past pleasures of life and life events that made them happy and feel joy. And as occupational therapists, we need this to be of great importance when working with a client. We need to connect with them and help them bring life and happiness back into them, whether it is through the power of music or if it's something else. But music has a ton of positive effects on their mood and helps them to get them out, since those with dementia or Alzheimer's have a hard time really expressing what they're feeling and their emotions. Music is a good mental stimulation for them, and it's something that needs to be prioritized in nursing homes. And I hope that they can get the funding in order to get those headphones for all of the residents that live in the nursing homes, because after watching this documentary, we can really see the importance of the music, and I feel as though all of the residents in nursing homes should be able to experience it as well. Thank you.